Nate, am I looks maxing? I know
the lookmaxing community.
I started this video. I never finished it. The looks maxing guy, female Jack Doherty's wild. Hey, that's her title, bro. Just a damn nuisance. What's his name? Carvier? Some shit. I don't know. I'll title it something crazy on YouTube.
Is one of the most insecure and sad communities I've ever.
How y'all feel about looks maxing? I think it's stupid. I understand wanting to be the best looking human you can possibly be. I understand that, but to the point where you're hyper obsessed with if your cheekbone is raised a little higher, if your left cheekbone is raised a little higher than the right cheekbone, and then you start saying it by a scientific name and shit, you're too far gone. I'm gonna keep the buck. And that's this nigga in this video. Not him. He's not the looks maxer. But the nigga that's about to be discussed. Not him either. Not him. Not him. Not him. Why we got a sexy nigga compilation going on? What the fuck is this?
Edit of me because a few months ago I made a video about the cringe world of looks maxing, calling out how this looks maxing epidemic is pretty the cringe world of
this
looks
is a disgusting look. I'm sorry. Looks matter, but there's much more things than like, yeah, of course. Looks matters, yeah. I mean, shit. We judge people all the time. Like this. This is sick. But yes, looks matter, obviously. You know, if you are a better looking person, you get away with a lot more. Like the nigga who they called it. The nigga who years ago, like 10 years ago, he went to jail for petty theft, but he looked like a model. So when he came out of jail, he got a contract. He got a modeling contract once he got out of jail. But he wouldn't have gotten that if he was ugly, if he looked like Cuffham. No offense. He wouldn't have got that.
Calling out how this looks maxing epidemic is pretty cringe and it's toxic because it's just making you hyper focus on these small things that you really shouldn't be worried about. No.
Dylan Latham. Who's that? Dillion Latham. Damn, my brain's not working today. This is a looks maxer. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, this AI ass shit. I can see it. I can see him being hyper focused on his looks. I'm not gonna lie. I can definitely see it. Like I said, bro, it's always okay to always try to make yourself look better. You know, look at yourself, be like, oh, I want to de-bloat my face, or oh, I don't want to look so bloated, poofy, puffy, whatever. I don't want to look like a walking cloud. That's cool. But to the point where you're hyper fixated about, oh, your jawline is at an acute angle. Therefore you're ugly. What? What are we talking about? I think my jaw is, you know what I'm saying? Ever since my surgery, my shit got a little better, but that's probably the most I'm going with it. Ever since I broke my jaw, my shit got a little sharper. I lost a little weight, so it got sharper, and that's the most I'm going. There you go. I bet these are the type of people would rather look good than keep their love life. Keep the love of their life? Yeah, for sure. For sure. The caviar dude, the nigga does meth. Cause it hollows his cheeks. What does that mean? What does that mean? Meth to hollow your cheeks? I saw a clip. He said, I bone smash. Bone smash? He gets a little hammer, and just hits his cheekbone with it. hundreds of times before he's ready to go out, for it to break the little bones inside, the little microfractures, and it to rebuild itself. First of all, that's not how that works. It doesn't rebuild itself bigger. If that's the case, niggas who get injured and hurt and all that shit, they bones come back even bigger. That's not how that works. Microfractures and all that, that's not how that works. You're literally just breaking and rebuilding, and then it stays the same. Capri Jones, the dumbass. Oh damn, okay. This nigga got personal beef with Capri Jones. Shit. That was the second time saying that. Oh, this kid. Yeah, I mean, can we really take him serious? I don't think we'd ever be able to take a little nigga like this serious. No. Sounds more like he's bruising a bone, causing swelling. Yeah, but the swelling goes down. He's the type, he thinks the swelling stays forever. The swelling goes down.
No one's perfect, so why try to do all these things to be perfect? And me being right, these lookmaxers
it's literally the insecure final boss.
Calling it cope and calling me a sub 5.
Remember the red pill? The red pill shit? They got some shit called black pill.
Saying that I'm ugly. And in that video, I also called them out for making these weird edits.
Capri's a younger version of Jack Doherty.
Yet they wouldn't even show their face on their account. And when I did that, they would claim that I was proving the black pill right. When in that video, I never said that looks don't matter. I just said that looks aren't everything. And of course, if you're gonna sit there making videos of other people's looks, I would expect you to have your face on your account. Especially when you're making fun of people's looks who have birth defects. Like, they made a whole edit on this one dude, basically calling him ugly and saying that it's over for him because he has a cleft lip. It's disgusting. Look, I may not be the most attractive guy in the world.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit's so gay too. I don't care if they're 15, 16 years old. As a male, why are you making edits of another man looking sexy? And it's the guys who care about it. It's not even the girls who care. Because what girl... I've never, even on the internet, heard a girl say, oh, I like guys who looks max. No girl cares. It's only dudes. And it's only dudes who are, like, fat and have time to do that. Why are you making sexy edits for other niggas? As a man. Let bro live, fuck his birth defect. Exactly. Let him live, bro. I can't laugh at no nigga with a birth defect. That's fucked up. I can't do that. I just can't do that shit, bro. That just feels disingenuous. But I can laugh at the nigga who's making sexy edits of other men. I can laugh at him. That's some loser ass shit.
But I have many other qualities that people will like. And I promise you, this dude who has a cleft lip as well has many qualities that other people would like. Call it cope, but in my honest opinion, I call it being grateful and being optimistic, which is what a lot of these looks maxers and black pillars lack. I'm grateful that I don't wake up every...
Oh, another part of the whole looks maxing thing, I guess black people can't looks max. That's another rule they got. When it's against black people, it's impossible to looks max. I guess we don't got black models nowadays.
Single day, hating the way I look to the point where I'm smashing my skull.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but
I'm
honestly,
dead ass too. It's so crazy.
My opinion on this stuff. Make way more.
It's the craziest thing in the world.
All this stuff. The more you guys make, the more I'll make videos on this stuff. I will make a whole video reacting to your guys' looks maxing edits of me. Please make them. That would be hilarious. But yeah, in today's video, we're gonna talk about looks maxing once again. And later in this video, we'll actually take a look at the comments on my last video, because a lot of people disagreed with me. Also, another thing, I can't lie, in that video, I did get a few things wrong. Like, I didn't know some of the terms for the certain facial bones. And also just some
I'm white, but that's a different level of weird shit.
Of looks maxing / black pill. But my overall point was that...
White, black, that shit don't matter, bro. As long as you can acknowledge that shit's weird, it's all that matters. As long as... Because that means you have more brain capacity than a lot of these niggas. As long as you can acknowledge that, like, yeah... Saying black people can't looks max because they're black and it's just in their genetic and all this other shit is very weird. Because then what happened to the dude who was fat and turned skinny? He went from fat to having a six-pack. Like, bro. And that's not even looks maxing. He just lost weight.
Once again, don't get me wrong. Looks
Now
do
y'all
matter,
jealous
but
of
don't
him.
make it your top priority to the point where you're hitting yourself in the face with a hammer at 15 years old.
This is how to bone smash. I have my Sharpie here. See this area right here? Your cheekbones, your zygos right here. I'm just gonna be marking where I'm going to be doing it. In these two areas. I'm just going to start hammering at this. I'm just going to be doing a shorter version. Normally I do it 5 minutes on each side. So 10 minutes in total. I'm just going to do it short now. Yeah, you gotta brace your head.
This is a young guy hitting his face with the...
And that comes from the internet. Doctor says this shit's too far, bro. Doctors don't even agree on this. That comes from the internet. He probably would have never learned about this if he wasn't on the internet. Niggas hit his face with a hammer, thinking it would improve his looks. Mind you, he looks normal. He looks like a normal person.
hammer to look better. I don't care what your stance is, but you can't tell me that this is good. As a society, this shouldn't be something that's celebrated, in my opinion. While there is some science to it, they do this because of Wolff's Law, which is the principle that bones adapt their structure in the response of the mechanical stress placed on them.
So it's some stupid
Muay Thai
person making a
fighters
stupid
actually
shit
do
facts.
this to condition their shins. They'll kick hard metal poles to create microfractures so that when they repair, their shins just become even stronger. But again, I don't think this is good, especially
That makes
young
sense,
men. Number
'cause
one,
they're
you get
fighters.
extremely hurt from doing this. Number two, you'll never be satisfied after it. You'll search for the next thing you can change. And number three, it's going to frame your entire worth around your appearance. And the day that you don't look good to the looks maxing standard, you're going to feel terrible about yourself. Like, hyper focusing on your looks is just going to drive you insane to the point where you're on these forums trying to see how to get rid of the left chin hair on your face because it stands out too much. That's what these looks maxers are on. These dudes could do every single tactic and get every single surgery in the world to look attractive.
And these niggas still don't get no hoes. Cause guess what? They focus so much on their looks, they don't even have a fucking personality to go with it. All their personality is attempting to talk to a girl and to tell her, "Oh, you're not even my type." Once they reject them. At the end of the day, these niggas ain't never gonna get no hoes. They do this shit for the boys in their TikTok comments. That's who they do this for. For the little niggas in TikTok comments. They don't even try to better themselves to get girls. Which not saying that's why you should better yourself, but still. That's the reason why a lot of people do. These niggas don't get no hoes. These niggas is losers. These niggas is... If you have to hammer your face to make your cheekbone bigger, you're a loser. Dead ass. You are a loser. You are a fucking loser. I can go down a spiral how fucked up dating is right now. Trust me, bro. I know. Trust me. It's just this generation and their ideals and what they believe in.
And they still wouldn't be satisfied. And that's the sad part about this. A lot of young men are going down this pipeline and it's toxic. Like the guy who was bone smashing in that recent video. That guy is young. He doesn't have his age or anything in his bio, but he looks about maybe 16, 17 years old. He's not even finished with puberty yet, and he's trying to change his facial structure. That is bad. And speaking of changing your facial structure, one thing that's popular with the looks maxing community is this thing called a double jaw surgery, which is a procedure done by doctors that repositions both the upper and lower jaws at the same time to correct severe misalignments and improve facial aesthetics. And this is something that's really only needed when you have a
Why
severe
can't teenagers
jaw misalignment, like a severe...
Why can't teenagers just have fun? Because niggas want to grow up hella fast, bro. Niggas want to pay bills by tomorrow for some reason. I don't know.
overbite or severe underbite, but these looks maxers glorify this surgery because the befores and afters are extremely dramatic and it changes your bone structure and your side profile. And from doing this as a looks maxer, you can go from low on the scale to pretty high on the scale. A double jaw surgery slash Bimax would genuinely change my life. And the crazy part is, this isn't even a bad looking dude. I promise you he's probably pulling a bunch of girls, right? But he's so hyper focused on getting this double jaw surgery
They
because
got
he
their
went
whole
down
life
the
to worry
looks
about.
maxing pipeline, when in reality he doesn't need this double
A
jaw.
lot of them don't care about the future, bro. They care about the now. The leader of the looks maxing nigga, he says, I'm not here for a long time. He cares about the now. That's that simple, bro.
Surgery. I mean, look at the dude. He thinks that this double jaw surgery is going to make him look perfect, when in reality, if he were to get this, he'd look for the next thing to get and the next thing to get, and he'll never be satisfied after that. And he's also acting like this thing can't go wrong. I mean, there's plenty of botched surgeries out there. I don't know, y'all may disagree with this, but I'm just not a fan of these surgeries unless they're really needed. Getting these surgeries in the hopes of going up on the looks-maxing scale is just pretty stupid. This dude doesn't need surgery. He just needs character. He needs self-confidence. And I can see he already has confidence, you know? But just be confident enough.
That is true. All it is they have enough confidence to post themselves on the internet, but they don't have an inner self-confidence. They can't look at themselves in the mirror and be like, oh, you look good. They look at themselves in the mirror and go, damn, why my shit look like that? Bitch, that's how you're born. Imagine if the whole world was like that. No one be outside. Everybody be too insecure. These people would rather do all this shit to their body than care about their personality. Yeah, exactly.
Yourself that you don't need that double jaw surgery to pull even more girls. Maybe become funnier. Maybe build more character. Building that character,
maybe just don't be a loser.
Realize that no one in this world is perfect, so why try to strive for perfection? In my opinion, you don't need all these extreme procedures done yourself. Groom yourself properly, have good hygiene, hit the gym, eat well, build good character, and that's really all you need. You don't need these extreme surgeries or dangerous tactics to pull women, bruh. And the whole reason I really wanted to revisit this looks-maxing topic is because it's gotten even more popular since my last video.
Man, people care about personality over looks
now, because recently there's been an influencer popping off by the
this
name
world
of
be
Clavicular,
different.
Who's a 19
This guy, Clavicular, there you go. God, he's 19 years old. This nigga looks 35. He looks really rough. But he does all this shit. The bone smashing. He wants a double jaw surgery. All that. And he cares about his looks more than anything in the world. This nigga, and his influence is a whole bunch of young teens that he tells them, yo, y'all should do this. And that's where the nigga in the beginning starts smashing his face. That's where he gets it from. This nigga.
Who's apparently the looks-maxing god to these losers. And he's super dedicated
to
I'm
calling them
losers. To the point where it's taken over his whole life. Like, this guy is a teenager still, but his whole world is looks-maxing. All he cares about is mogging, which, if you're unfamiliar with the term, it basically means to outshine whoever's next to you. Let's say me and you take a picture and I look better than you. That means that I mogged you. And that's this dude's goal in life, to look better than
some
other
loser
people,
shit,
and to get compliments from other people from looking better.
I mean, the goal is to mog, okay? I just want to mog. I don't give a fuck about getting girls. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I want to mog people, right? I want to walk into a room and people are like, holy shit, look at this guy.
Like, this is just sad. Maybe it's because
you see how much of a loser mentality that is, bro. I'm like, good fuck about getting girls. I just want to mog. Nigga sound like a dork. I don't care if he's 19. The nigga sounds like a dork. But come on, bro.
when he was like super young, he just wasn't seen enough, so he feels that if he does all this stuff,
the
he's gonna be
insecure
more seen.
final boss.
It's just sad, and you can see that this dude is insecure. And what makes me think this is a lack of attention
just
even
lower
more
nice
is
people's
because,
self-esteem.
I mean, there was this clip I saw of him while doing the research of this, where he was bone smashing in front of his parents, and they were telling this man to go away.
At that point in time, institutions sit down in the morning with their portfolio managers and their analysts and say, oh, they were going to make $6.
I'm not gonna lie, his parents are correct right there, bruh. I'd disown my son if he was bone smashing. This guy is the insecure final boss. He's so insecure that he can't even pick up a slice of pizza.
That's another thing. These niggas like... Yeah, I understand. Don't eat to get fat. Yeah, I get that. But yo, you literally live once. Enjoy what's in front of you. Enjoy the pizza that's right in front of you. One slice isn't gonna hurt you. Now, if you're on a diet, you're trying to lose weight, I understand. Boom. Okay, don't eat that pizza. Eat it, yeah, exactly. Eat it in moderation. But you don't have to be the one dude that has to give out a scientific history lesson on why pizza is so bad for you. We know why it's bad. High in calories, high in sodium. You probably have a side of ranch or garlic butter. Extremely high in fat. Decent protein, but what does the protein come with? Mad fat, carbs, and sodium. Yes. We know we're getting into if we eat this slice of pizza. Guess what, nigga? I'm still gonna eat this pizza. Guess what, nigga? I still got my six pack. This one slice of pizza ain't gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt me. It's literally just food to enjoy, people. Like, look, like he's dead ass stressing. He held that pizza and it was like he's holding kryptonite. Then he looked at the camera just to make sure he looked good.
Looking dude. No matter how much looks maxing this guy does, he could be the best looking person in the entire world. Yet you can tell he's still insecure. And that is sad. He'll never be secure with himself. And I can't lie, Clav definitely, like you can see, he
looks like a super version of Clark Kent
now. But you could also attribute that to puberty because I mean the dude, I think he started when he was like maybe 16, 17 years old, somewhere around there. And now he's 19. And since Clav just wants to mog everyone to reach this goal of being at his best, he's doing everything possible, like wearing makeup, getting surgeries, taking steroids, and even doing math. But switch that A with an E.
Wait, is it true you do math? Somebody told me you do math too.
I do math, yes. So I do math to, basically suppress my appetite and try to get leaner. It's really not as bad as people think.
How do you take it?
Intranasally,
I'm sorry, what is that?
like up your nose.
This dude is snorting math to suppress his appetite. This is disgusting, man. There's something in me that wants to say that this dude is trolling, but I highly doubt that considering that he also used to hit himself in the face with hard objects. I'm not surprised why he thinks this is just something that's okay to do.
I think men should wear makeup because it's...
Again, makeup, that's fine, but other shit's stupid. Yeah, makeup's cool. Cardi wear makeup. I can't hate on it. Shit, fuck it. Cardi wear makeup. I can't hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Call a dick suck. Fuck it. I don't care. But, hitting your face with a hammer is nuts. Michael Jackson wore makeup. Exactly. Like, come on, bro. Makeup, you can wipe it off or wash it off at the end of the day. You got this pimple you don't want to see. Beauty it up real quick. Boom. There you go. Call it a day. You might sweat it out. Once you get on stage anyways. You might just sweat it out. Or all that walking you've done throughout the day. But this other shit's crazy.
the best way to conceal
I'm talking so much. We're only 9 minutes into the video.
different flaws in your face without actually addressing the underlying issues. A lot of men are super against using makeup, and I don't know why. It's just about not getting caught. If you could use makeup and no one knows, then there's no reason why you shouldn't.
What kinds of makeup do you wear?
Using a microbrow pencil to fill in any gaps in growth, great way to make them look a little bit more full, a bit more striking. Anyone could.
You want to know what another way to fill in eyebrows? You got a hairbrush. There you go. Call it a day. You don't need to buy that shit or steal that from your little sister. You don't gotta do all that, bro.
Have perfect eyebrows.
This is my biggest issue with this. It's all about hiding your flaws instead of embracing them. Like, nobody is perfect, and they're striving so hard to
This
become
man
perfect.
needs a
When
job.
being
Needs to work a
perfect just
job.
isn't real.
Hard
It's just
labor.
not real. To
They gave
embrace
him
the
a
fact that you have
platform, so he
flaws
doesn't
is
need
to
it
be
now.
Secure with yourself. And none of these dudes care about being secure with themselves. All they care about are the compliments from others because they don't feel like they're enough in this world. And that's why they're never satisfied with how they look. I think more people just got to accept the fact that, hey, people have flaws, man. No one's perfect. I accepted the fact that I have a big forehead. I mean, I could go out and get surgery, you know, maybe get a hairline surgery or whatever to make it look.
I accepted the fact that I might forever always have somewhat slightly puffy cheeks. It is what it is. I got a scar on my eyebrow. That kind of took out some hair because, you know, hair can't grow on scars. It is what it is at the end of the day. That doesn't take away from who I am. You know what I'm saying? I could be the most fit nigga in the world. When I was at my leanest, 155, whatever the fuck, my cheeks were still kind of, you know, I didn't care. I had a six-pack. I was lean as shit. I was still strong as hell. I still had all that shit going for me. I was called cute. I was getting called cute. I don't give a fuck. Just accept it. That's all it is. Just accept it. Everyone's someone's type. Let me take that back. I might be lying to some people. Some niggas ain't no one type. But, everyone's someone's type. You gotta say some words for everybody to hear sometimes.
Better, but I'm happy with how I look. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get some sort of surgery to make my forehead smaller. This forehead is a staple, dog. This isn't going anywhere.
Are you spending $100,000 on surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6"?
That is more about
This nigga's already 6'2", but 6'2" is not enough. Whoa. That was a crazy thing of spit that just flew out. This nigga's already 6'2", but 6'2" is not enough. This nigga wants to be 6'6". Not putting no ball in no hoop. Not running no ball across no field. Not kicking no ball into a goal. Not hitting no ball over no net. This nigga just wants to walk around 6'6" for no reason. Ungrateful. Add one more inch, she could be. Yeah, Tavi, I ain't gonna lie. End yourself. Nigga not doing nothing with it. Not even playing tennis. Taking advantage of the height. He just want to walk around.
presence. You walk into a room, people notice, right? Because people will come up to me, they'll say, "Oh, well, 6'2", that's already very tall." But in terms of percentiles, it's only 91st percentile, right? 6'6", we get to 99th. I'm someone who wants to be the best, right? And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. The unfortunate part about limb lengthening surgery is almost no one is going to be able to do it because you're going to have to be out of work for 6 months to a year. You're going to be hospitalized for the first 3 weeks. You're pretty much immobile for the first...
Nigga, you're a Twitch streamer. What's the issue? Bro ain't doing nothing with the height. Exactly. You're a Twitch streamer. What is the issue? Stream in the hospital. I don't see the problem. Make some content. Girl content's the number one thing right now. Get some white girls in that. Get some white girls in the hospital to pretend to take care of you. You're on kick. You'll be alright. You think he has the fitness to play tennis? Honestly, yes. This nigga's fit as hell. He's in the gym. He's fit as shit. He probably don't have the stamina. That's probably what it is. He probably just don't have the cardio. But, like, body-wise, yeah. This nigga's fit as hell. But he just wants the height so he can walk in a room and people ask him how tall he is. If this nigga lived anywhere I was, he would walk in that room and niggas would call him a freak. How tall are you? I'm 6'6". Oh, you look like a fucking freak. And walk away. It's that simple. He's only like this because he lives in LA. It's simple. It's only because he lives in LA.
3 months.
And he surrounds himself
after that,
with a whole bunch of white girls.
You're really not going to be able to walk without crutches and stuff like that. So getting away from work for that long is just not possible by most people. And not to mention...
Niggas just start calling him Wemby. Yeah, until he dribbles the ball. then it's over for him. He needs to water down his ego. Don't compare Wemby. He be blind.
And the outrageous prices. So it's a very treacherous process. It's very painful. You have to be under close supervision with doctors, and you really have to gauge the value. Is this something that's worth it to you? Because it's a horrible process, and there's no beating around the bush on that.
Doing all this just for people to be like, hey, that guy's tall. Insecure final boss. This dude is extremely insecure, and I just feel bad, bro. Sure, being tall is a plus,
disgustingly,
but I don't think being tall is everything. There's no point in getting height lengthening surgery.
This bum can't even play. I wonder,
kids, and let's say you're a short man.
I low-key wonder if there is a clip of this nigga hooping. Clavicular. I wonder if there's just a clip of him hooping. And let's see. Damn. Nope. Yeah. Height compared. Like, what is this Reddit? Niggas made a whole Reddit for this. A whole Reddit. What is the point? And they're in the comments arguing about their height.
I'm 5'7". Imagine if I got height lengthening surgery, I went to like 6'2", and my kids grow up to be like 5'3" or 4. I'd be like, dang man, that's rough. They're gonna be like, Dad, why am I not as tall as you?
I wasn't even looking.
You gotta get your bread up and get that height lengthening surgery. Sure, most women care about height, but I don't think it's to the extent that people make it to be online. Some people think that if you're not tall, then you're cooked. When in reality, that's just not true. Maturing.
I know some short niggas who fucking pull OD. Shit, the light-skinned nigga that be on my streams, Alex, they love him. You know why? He's literally 5'7", 5'6", but he has mad charisma. This nigga is a jolly good time once he gets around girls. Hella people, just gets around people in general. Everybody loves him. And if you don't like him, you're looked at as a weirdo because it's like, what the hell? This nigga don't do shit to nobody. That height shit is OD.
Realizing if you're shorter than 6 feet, it's over for you.
Michael B. Jordan shorter than him, by the way. How tall is Michael B. Jordan? He can't be 5'5". My whole view on Michael B. Jordan will change if he's like 5'5". Oh, 6 flat. Oh. I thought he was comparing him to Alex for a second. Yeah, wasn't Michael B. Jordan voted the sexiest man on earth? Like, bro, come on, bro.
I feel like that's not maturing. I think that's more of you dematuring. If you're
Deuce
thinking
Vaughn's
that
5'5" and he
6
plays
feet
NFL?
means that you're
See?
cooked. If anything, I think your brain is cooked for thinking that you have to be over 6 feet or you're cooked in society. There's many great people in the world who are short, man. Being tall, yeah, it's a plus, but it's not everything, brother. Back to Clav, though. Since he was popping off and losers attract losers, he decided to go on the Fresh and Fit podcast and he decided to rate women because that's something that a lot of these looks maxers love to do. They like rating people.
I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10. I'm definitely.
Wait. Do you want him to?
Glorious King Messi is 5'7". There's a tennis player who's 5'1". Glorious King. I actually have no opinion on soccer players. Who do I like more? I found out about Messi first, but Ronaldo's cool. Who's the other one? Mbappe. I fuck with him.
Say like why you gave the rating and how they can improve? Can you give up say why they so she got 3.5. Why and how can she improve?
Well, her mid face is way too long. Obviously, she's got the jowls coming in, horrible nasolabial folds, horrible total facial width to height ratio, just really bad age indicators. But
first of all, obviously, every nigga who goes on this podcast, even the light skinned nigga in the background who's producing, doing all the camera angles, are losers, right? Obviously. This nigga said her mid face is horrible. Her jaw's coming in too far. What? Come on, bro.
That's 30. That's
now the woman right here. She look good. I don't know why. She look good, but I know this nigga would rate her a 1 out of 10.
not something really that's gonna surprise me.
And it's like, bro, I think the reason why Fresh and Fit really went out of business is because they really invite women to get roasted and shit on for 2 hours, and a bunch of losers with their dicks in their hands jacking off to it is like, owned with Cheeto Puffs on their stomach. Like, it's a bad platform, bro. It's a bad platform. Michael Jackson 5'9" heavy hoes faint. But Michael Jackson was a different type of human. I'm not gonna lie. Michael Jackson was a different breed. Michael Jackson does have top 3 auras of human history. Michael Jackson was a different breed.
Her upper maxilla is super recessed, horrible infraorbitals. That's why your under eyes are coming in like hell. Really recessed chin. All the facial convexities are wrong. Her radix is recessed. Moving on. Okay, well, how much time do we have on the podcast?
This dude, I'm not gonna lie, this dude Clav would be an amazing doctor. And I say that because this dude has a lot of knowledge when it comes to this stuff. I'm not gonna discredit him at all. He knows all the facial bones. He knows all this stuff, right? But I feel like he's just using this stuff for the wrong reasons. I hate to say it, but this looks maxing stuff is just gonna be the new red pill. Like, y'all
Can
remember
we
how
just
back
ban
in
these people from
2021, 2020, and
Yeah.
like 2022, 2023, there were all those red pill alpha males that were coming up saying all this stuff about women. The new red pill is just this looks maxing stuff. And it's gonna get even more annoying by the year. And it's also gonna get extremely dangerous. That red pill stuff got dangerous, but I feel like this looks maxing stuff is gonna get even more dangerous. There's gonna be little kids hitting their face with hammers because they're not attractive enough when they're like 8 years old. They shouldn't be worried about this. Another person Clav decided to rate is the streamer Marlon, which I'm pretty sure we all know
This
who Marlon
is the clip.
but if you don't,
I think this is the first clip I seen the Clav, and this one I realized, oh yeah, at 19 years old, he's smart as shit, but he's dumb as he's smart scientifically, but he's dumb socially. Like he's stupid as
he's
shit.
this streamer who is also a model, and no homo, but he's a pretty good looking dude, you know? And this is what Clav had to say about him, because, you know, he's a looks maxer and he follows this looks maxing scale to the T.
What would you rate Marlon on a scale from 1 to 10?
No, it wasn't this clip. It was someone that was on his stream, and they said there was someone on the stream. They were like, "Clav, you almost look as good as Marlon." This nigga gonna say, "Yeah, but Marlon's black, so it doesn't count." Then they said he's not even black, and if he is, like 2%. And he took back his whole statement. It's like, bro, what are we talking about?
Rate Marlon between a 7.5 and an 8 out of 10. So I'd put him right around Chad. Extremely good looking, very mager. So I'd rate him Chad.
What's his like main negative?
His main negative is his mandibular growth, right? So he's got a bit of a recessed mandible. You look at some of the clips of him in motion from the side profile. His chin is slightly recessed. You know, obviously we're being hypercritical just for the objective rating. I think he's better looking than me before anyone goes crazy. But it's just like if we're being hyper analytical, that like these small things take him down a little bit in terms of his points.
He's pointing out all these things that really just don't matter, bruh. Just look at Marlon, bro. He's
Too
a good looking dude.
hyper-focused.
Pause on that. No homo. So why?
I think a lot of these looks maxers have autism. It's a hyper fixation on something that doesn't need to be hyper fixated on. But they have a very severe case. I thought Marlon was French. Shit, at this point, Marlon looks like he's 10 different things. I don't know what that nigga is.
Even hyper-analyze this stuff. But yeah, like I said, this dude Clav, he could become a doctor. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. I just feel like he's using it for the wrong reasons, man. Now, Clav, since he's also popping off, he's been streaming a lot with people like Aiden Ross, Cuffham, and Neon, the 3 horsemen of cancer streaming. Neon's been a bit better now, but Aiden and Cuffham are pretty bad. And now Clav, he's here and he's the 4th cancer. He's been streaming a lot and acting all edgy, trying to be cool by saying things like the N-word live because, hey, nobody can cancel me. I'm a Chad. When it's just corny. Because I know he wouldn't say this to any other black person to their face. He only says it because the King Rigby, the raccoon, Cuffham, allows him to.
It gets like overwhelming.
Be real. You think like hella girls would approach me like as like they want to fuck with me? Like you saw me in person. And bro, we're close now. You can be honest. Be real.
Fuck no.
And in one of Clav's streams, he was actually giving his girlfriend, who's 17, these fat dissolving face shots.
Nigga, I hear you got the plug for those fresh Stacy's. Hit me up, nigga.
Dude, I can already see clips. Clav injects meth on
Chat, we're looks maxing her. We're looks maxing her. It's all good.
I know people are gonna fry me for this, which I don't know why. This is an ice cold take. This shouldn't be a hot take in today's day and age. I think everyone should agree with this, but I don't think a 17-year-old should be taking these fat dissolving injections to the face out of a random syringe. Hot take, you know?
My Glorious King, and it's a Facebook link. This is a first. Oh, mess. Hey man, Messi's fire.
I may get canceled for that, but I don't think that should be happening. People are going to be calling me crazy for saying that. But this is just weird. And I think the weirdest part is that this guy's audience is so young, so they're going to take this into account and they're going to think that this is something that's okay. They're doing this just like it's something normal when This is dangerous and you shouldn't be doing this. Watching looks maxers convince little kids they're ugly. They haven't even gone through puberty yet and they're being told it's over for them. Looks maxing is literally a ploy for companies to make money by destroying men's mental health. I highly agree with that. Like I said, looks do matter, but there's other things you can focus on other than just looks. These companies are trying to sell you a solution to a problem.
I have to take a break from talking. I've been moving my mouth too much. Pause.
That
I agree with you, Tavi.
Doesn't exist. The reason this stuff is so pushed is because they want you to be insecure about a small thing so you could buy the cure, when that small thing really doesn't matter at all. When the real cure, if we're being honest, is just self-love. And this looks maxing stuff is also destroying women, because you got women out here taking X-Acto knives, trying to make little cuts within their eyes to get up on that scale. This stuff is just disgusting. But like I said, my last looks maxing video got a lot of comments, so why not respond to some of those within this video?
What the hell?
Of course, it's a sub 5. So if I was attractive, would you take what I'm saying into account, or would you just say that of course it's an attractive person saying this? I wonder. I can smell the edits coming for you. Please make more edits of me. I'd laugh at every single one of them. I'm gonna laugh because there's gonna be many looks maxers out there that pay for all these surgeries and they're not gonna be satisfied. I'm gonna be over here looking just normal and be satisfied with how I look. Please make more edits of me, because I promise 10 years from now, we're gonna bring this clip up and we're gonna talk about this exact same thing. And y'all are gonna see that I'm happy, but these looks maxers aren't. Of course, it's a sub 5 incel that's making a video about looks maxing. Definitely just a sub 5 incel, man. This video is just normie cope. They'll see the less sane side of looks maxing and write off the entire movement. Actually, when I think about it, it's a good thing normies don't wake up to it, because that means less people improving themselves, thus less competition. Once again, in that video,
I bet the nigga behind that account's fat as shit too. Fat as hell, disgusting, sloppy, sloth-looking bitch. I just fucking need to get that shit out of my system. Nate, it might looks maxing. Nigga, why you looking at the camera like Yo. So you always been hella skinny. Damn, nigga. Why you look like an old nigga baby? Like, you just look old as shit and just small. You dead ass look this. You look the same, but just smaller. What the fuck? Jamaican did track sport. Yeah, I mean, I did too, but I actually looked like a kid. You never looked like a kid. But I honestly think, but you lived in Jamaica. You're like full, so I think that's the difference. 9 to 5 out here. Of course, I've been skinny. Yeah, that's fair. Track, I ain't gonna lie, with track, bro, the one thing I definitely loved about track was being able, and I still do eat whatever I want, but bro, I used to eat so much bullshit just because I know I wouldn't gain a pound. I'm eating wings before the race, after the race, I'm getting a McChicken, nigga, I'm starving, all types of shit. Like, bro, I love track, man. Just because of that factor. It's impossible for you to gain weight. Yeah, it's hard for me to gain weight. But it's like, I don't know, my body's weird. It's hard for me to gain weight, but I can gain muscle. But then my weight just doesn't go up on that scale, but I just get more defined. And then I can just lose weight mad fast if I just do nothing.
Video. I mean, I said that there's nothing wrong with trying to maximize the way you look, but I think it becomes a huge problem when you're doing all these crazy surgeries and extreme things to achieve that.
It is
look.
sad that
I just
these
don't
people
think that's
think like
good.
this
Call
about
it
them,
normie
yeah.
cope, but hey, man, I just think it's pretty stupid. You ugly. With a capital ugly. What do you mean I'm ugly? I'm like the second coming of Marlon, dog. I get it, but calling looksmaxers cringe is like bullying a kid because he can't make friends. Bro, what are you talking about?
That is not
I
a
don't
good
think that's
analogy.
anywhere near what that is. And yeah, this stuff is cringe. It is very cringe. If you don't see that it's cringe, then you're a part of the problem. You look terrible, dude. Well, I mean, I look terrible to your scale, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that maybe might think I'm attractive. So why does the way that you think that I look matter if there's other people out there that maybe think that I'm attractive? Who cares? Look at your chin, hair, eyebrows, brother. Oh man, you may mog me when it comes to my chin, my hair, and my eyebrows and everything, man, but at the end of the day, those are things that I can't really control. One thing I can control though is the amount of money that goes into my bank account each month, which you probably can as well. And let's just say I mog you, brother. I don't mean to be that guy, but I definitely mog you, brother, when it comes to that. I also mog you when it comes to just self-love, man. I mog your self-love, dude. Sub 5 got triggered. See, look, I may have gotten triggered a little bit, but would you say that you got triggered as well for commenting that? It's over for bro. Heartbreak emoji. I mean, if it's over for B because I love myself.
Recently, what is sub 5? I don't know. Recently, niggas loving put that heartbreak emoji behind anything.
Then what does that mean for you? Is it over for you if you can't afford these certain surgeries that you want to get to look better? And if you get those surgeries, then you'll still be unhappy? Is it really over for me, or is it just more over for you? Like, let me know. This video proves exactly Black Pill's point, and also how our society has felt past years, and how much our IQs have felt. If you see a Black Pill edit with sad music, saw disabled people, and you think they are making fun of them, this shows how stupid you are. Of course, most of these methods of looksmax are copes, but also this is how dumb most of you are. Nad, in the same time you asked for a face reveal. Never mind, Grays. I had a complete stroke trying to read that. That isn't me proving Black Pill right. That's just me saying that if you're gonna make fun of somebody else's looks, why not show your face? And these Black Pillars were making fun of people with birth defects. If you think that's something that's okay, then you're just an idiot. You're a disgusting human being. And I like how this guy is trying to talk about IQs when this guy's IQ is so low that he can't even understand my point.
You gotta understand, majority of these comments are incels or just yeah.
But I mean, being honest, obviously, this generation needs it. This generation does not need this extreme looks maxing.
But also at the same time, Tavi, him replying to these comments gives him more time into a YouTube video, i.e., more money in his pockets. So at the end of the day, they really helped him.
All they need to know is to have good hygiene, groom yourself properly, be a good person, build good character, have a routine, and boom, you're good. You don't need all this other stuff. Of course, a Yakub looking sub 5 calls looks maxing cringe. When your fourth wife divorces you for Chad, maybe
I'm 15,
then
I don't be doing this shit. You're one of the rare ones.
Cringe. Oh my gosh, that was the cringiest comment I have ever seen. This guy is definitely 3 years old. He's definitely 3. I'm gonna cut him some slack though, because maybe his frontal lobe hasn't fully developed. By judging them for not showing their faces in their vids, demeaning them as ugly for not doing so, and bundling them as cringe for that and joking about it, you're basically proving their point that looks are everything. You're literally reducing them to their appearance and judging based on that. That's literally their point that people do that like you do. You're literally proving their own point right there. Once again, I'm not proving their point. I'm just saying that if you're going to make fun of other people's looks, you should at least show what you look like first. Holy jaw asymmetry. Average sub 5 triggered. Over for you, sub 5. Lamau, bro. Lamau. That's like the only response that these looks maxers have. They'll just be like, oh, you're a sub 5. And that's it. Then they just go into their room and cry because they weren't born a certain way. Notice how the only people who criticize looks max and all are chopped as F. Ha ha ha. It's so insane how they're right about society in general. Next time, if you feel insecure, fam, don't make a video about kids.
Who is this?
Kids like literally teens. It's crazy when you're a grown ass man.
Cameron.
Shit. I think the thing is, I'm making videos about this so people don't fall down that pipeline and become extremely insecure. It's crazy that you don't see that you're insecure.
I think I see him mostly on TikTok
for making a video about it. I think you guys are more insecure than anyone on this entire planet because you guys are getting all these surgeries and still being unhappy after you get these surgeries. So who's really insecure? It's like if they were sitting here judging how much money other people were making each month, yet they weren't talking about how much they made each month. Obviously, I'm going to ask that question, how much do you make each month, to feel like you can judge other people on how much they make each month. And if you can't understand that, then once again, you are just an idiot. Of course you look like that, Lamau. Yeah, of course I do look like that. I look like a great guy. Your forehead is the world. That is actually a fun.
I go, that nigga forehead is some nasty. Hey, that forehead is something crazy. That shit might be up there with Agent Zero, man. That shit might be up there with some Somalian niggas. We all know Somalian niggas got the biggest foreheads in the world.
Comment. I can't lie. That's actually really funny. In conclusion, love yourself and accept your imperfections. No one is perfect in this world, so never try to.
Have you seen
strive for
KSI? You know,
perfection.
KSI is
The moment you get
up
over
there
that
too.
hill where you can accept your imperfections.
Cameron, KSI,
is the
and
moment you
Agent,
really
top
start
3
living.
foreheads.
Once again, I think looks matter, but there's other things you can focus on other than just looks. These companies are literally just trying to sell you a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. They want you to be insecure about a small thing so you could buy that cure, when the real cure is self-love. But yeah, all that being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Twitch CamWak, Twitter CamWak, Instagram CamWak, Discord link in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen. All that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.